The small village of Leitz in southern Germany is home to Baden-Württemberg's new Green Party state premier. Winfried Kretschmann and his wife Gerlinde have been in the local choir for 15 years. But these days, Kretschmann has less time for singing.
The expectations are very high, and I can feel the pressure of the expectations people have of me. But it's a pleasant challenge and a great opportunity to shape this state.
Kretschmann has plans to make the car and technology state of Baden-Württemberg greener. He wants to see bigger, faster cars replaced by smaller, more energy-efficient vehicles.
An economically strong export state like Baden-Württemberg has to focus more on demonstrating the more environmentally friendly mobility concepts. And that should be the thinking behind the economic policies in Baden-Württemberg.
That thinking won Kretschmann support, both from the Greens and many conservatives looking for a change after 58 years with the Christian Democrats at the helm. But the car industry is worried that Kretschmann may introduce speed limits on parts of the highway still free of restrictions.
We want to sell excellent cars, the best in the world, but we won't be able to drive them fast. That might be an example which outrages many a green soul, but it is also a fact.
Rolf Weber of Daimler's Works Council warns against the demonization of luxury vehicles.
The big S-Class cars, which have been selling successfully in China, are extremely important for us and our factory, and we don't need anyone to vilify them. In the short term, they might end up imposing exaggerated emissions regulations, which would lead to problems for us.
Kretschmann symbolizes a new beginning. He's the first green politician to govern a German state and be in a position to implement green policies. And that is what he plans to do, but not without dialogue.
He thinks things over. If he doesn't have an answer to a question, he says so. He thinks before he speaks. He will admit it if his position on a question is not 100% correct. Those qualities are hard to find in politics, and he has them all. I think that at least partially explains his success. He was the right person at precisely the right moment. Because in spite of the result of the ballot, it's clear that Baden-Württemberg is a conservative state.
Kretschmann is considered down-to-earth and unerring. He has been a member of the local rifle club since 1968. The qualified teacher started out as a communist. Now he's more of a reformist.
We want to introduce reforms. There's no need for revolutions, although ecological modernization is revolutionary. We have to use far less energy and resources. So it's a little like an industrial revolution, but not one involving trumpets and drums, and certainly not one involving guns.
Ecological high technology is the way forward. In the energy sector, the plan is to replace nuclear power with clean, reusable sources.
I think our region, our state, benefits from green technologies, and that is already happening. Building on it is a major, important challenge for the future.
A challenge to which Kretschmann and his Social Democrat coalition partners will rise. They plan to fit the state for the future by closing the gap between ecology and economy. Exactly how, though, is not yet clear.
The first thing we'll do is have our photograph taken together. Then we have to make some personnel decisions. and then it's down to regular government business. We're going to take it slowly. We won't hurry anything, but we'll think before we act, which is what you have to do to govern sensibly.
Now Kretschmann has the chance to do just that as the first Green state premier in Germany.